Hello guys, welcome back to my channel IELTS Made Easy. So today we'll be talking about IELTS writing task 1, which is for general test takers, and that is letter writing. But before I get started, I would urge everyone out here to watch my video till the end, and not only that, to also share the same video with any IELTS aspirant that they know. Because it's not only this video, I have made a lot of videos for speaking which can be really beneficial for the guys who are up to taking IELTS. So guys, do watch this video, do subscribe to my channel, and also do share with any of the IELTS aspirant that you know. This might be very beneficial to them. So with that note, let's get started. So today we would be talking about IELTS writing task 1, which is letter writing. Before I go ahead, I would like to tell you once again that the examiner wants any IELTS general test taker to write at least 150 words when it comes to letter writing. And mind it, this is for general test takers, because for academic there is report writing. But today I'm talking about IELTS writing task 1 for general test takers, which is the letter writing. So guys, you have to stick to 150 words at least when it comes to letter writing. And if you really want to extend your number of words, you can go ahead and do that between the range of 150 to 180 or maybe 150 to 190. Don't go beyond that, because the examiner then will have too many words to read and examine and give you a band. But 150 is the minimum word that you should be writing when it comes to letter writing. Alright, now let me talk about duration. Normally the IELTS writing test is for an hour, and it is said that it's better to devote 20 minutes to task 1 and 40 minutes to task 2. So here for general test takers, 20 minutes to letter writing and 40 minutes to essay writing. But it is kind of a standard timing that's been told to every IELTS aspirant. But if you think that you want some more time in letter, you can divide your time accordingly. But then keep in mind that essay writing has more weightage. So I would definitely urge all of you to spend more time in essay writing. So give 40 minutes to essay writing and 20 minutes to letter writing. And please see that you stick to at least 150 words when it comes to IELTS General Task 1 letter writing. So from these two important pointers, let me get started guys. Today we'll be talking about IELTS writing task 1 letter writing for general test takers. So like I told, that you would be asked to write either a formal letter or a semi-formal letter or an informal letter. While we know the fact that we all have written these letters back in our school days, but now we have to write it again in a very different format, which is the IELTS format, with certain rules and guidelines. So what I've done, I've just wrote few points here that I thought I'll share, and I thought that I might miss out on. So I thought I'll just write it and I would read in front of you so that I'm not missing out on any important information or pointers that I really want to share across with you guys. All right, so let's get started. The first letter that you might be asked to write is a formal letter. So formal letter is generally written to someone who whom you don't know at all, who's a complete stranger to you. All right? So just a scenario or a use case. You had a flight, but because of bad airport maintenance or bad airport activities, or bad airport, the way the airport was organized, or the staff of the airport, the way they behaved or things like that, you missed your flight. So it was not because of you, but it was because of the mismanagement of the airport staff or the airport activities, or some technical issues, and because of that you missed your flight. So now you are going to write to the airport authority to let them know that because of some malfunctioning in the airport, you did miss your flight, and you want the authorities to rebook a ticket for you again. So in this case, you actually don't know the person to whom you're writing. So that person is a complete stranger. And so this kind of a letter would come under formal letter, right? So now guys, very important point that is that for formal letters, you should write, or you should start your letter writing with dear sir or madam, comma. Let me repeat again. For formal letters, the kind of letters where you don't know the person at all, he or she is a complete stranger. So in that kind of a letter, you need to write, your salutation should be dear sir or madam, comma. I hope I'm clear. Now, when you're closing your letter, you should write yours faithfully, comma, your full name. So I hope I'm clear on the first and the last part. It should be dear sir or madam, comma, and then yours faithfully and your full name, right? Now, coming to the body of the letter, you should write something like this. I'm contacting you to rebook my flight tickets as blah blah blah. You should start very formally. I'm contacting you to rebook my flight tickets as, because blah blah blah. That should be the first introduction paragraph of your letter, right? Then few linkers that you need to add on, especially when you're writing for IELTS writing. So you can say furthermore, then you can write a bit of your story, what happened, right? So your introduction paragraph will be, I'm contacting you to rebook my flight tickets as I did miss my flight due to mismanagement at the airport authority, right? Furthermore, then you can start with your story. Then if you have some more points that you want to add, you can say to add on, comma, some kind of, one or two lines that you again want to write. And then make sure that you end your letter properly, saying that I look forward to hearing from you, right? I look forward to hearing from you. So I hope this is clear. You'll start your formal letter from something like dear sir or madam, comma, because you actually don't know to whom you're writing. Then you will say, I am contacting you to rebook my flight tickets as I have missed my flight. Then start your body of the letter with a linker. Furthermore, to add on, right? Furthermore, comma. Write a body of letter. Write your body of letter. Maybe describe your story. What happened? Why did you miss your flight? Talk about the mismanagement of the airport authority. right? And then say to add on, if there's something else that you want to add on, then in the third paragraph, just say to add on, and then comma, and then write 1 or 2 lines that you want to write. Then you have to say, I look forward to hearing from you. It means that I'm waiting for your response, right? Or I look forward for a response from your side. But the best way is I look forward to hearing from you. And then the end of your letter is yours faithfully, your full name, right? So just remember, formal letter, you have to write faithfully, yours faithfully, comma, your full name, right? Always remember, guys, the formal letter are the letters we write to strangers. We don't know who that person is to whom we are writing to, correct? So very important, please note this. So we are done with formal letters. Now we'll be coming to semi-formal letter. Semi-formal letter are the letters which are addressed to a person you may know or you may not know. In almost all the cases, we know. So say suppose there was an annual meeting in your office, but because of a surgery of your family member, you were not able to attend. So you know you need to write this letter to your supervisor or to your manager or to your boss. So this kind of a letter is called a semi-formal letter because we know to whom we are writing in most of the cases, right? So here we would be writing as Dear Mr. Jobs. Just the salutation should be using the last name of the person. Okay? So Dear Mr. Jobs. Dear Miss blah blah. Dear Mrs. blah blah. But that blah blah should be the last name of the person, right? The title of the person, the last name, right? So make sure that you follow this instruction. Then again, start in a very formal way. I'm writing in regard to my absence from the annual meeting, which was held last Thursday. Done. Again, you have to start your body of the letter with a linker. While, in order to, furthermore, to add on, right? So for body of the paragraph, body paragraphs of the letter, try to start with the linker. Furthermore, to write on, secondarily, primarily, while, in order to, and then write one liner to end your letter saying thank you for understanding, right? And then for the semi-formal letter, say yours sincerely, comma, your full name, correct? So this is how typically we write a semi-formal letter, right? So say, I'll again repeat it for you. It's like Dear Mr. last name, comma, start, I'm writing in regard to my absence from this meeting. Now start the body paragraph of letters with linkers, like say while, in order to, furthermore, to add on. And then once you have done with your body, you have let the supervisor know that one of your family members had undergone surgery and that kept you busy, right? And so you could not attend. Then just write one line towards the end saying thank you for understanding, yours sincerely, your full name. And there you go, correct? So your semi-formal letter ends there. Now informal letters. Informal letters are addressed to the person you know quite well, right? I mean your friend, your family member, you have been talking to him or her very frequently. So this is kind of a very cool letter, you can say. So say suppose you just propose to your girlfriend or you propose to your boyfriend and you guys are throwing a party and you want to invite your friend. So this kind of letter, right? So you can say, Dear Ben. Now see the difference. Here you're using the first name because you know the person, right? So you're saying, Dear Ben, comma, I hope you are well. I'm writing to invite you, blah, blah, blah. Okay? Now again, try to put linkers when it comes to the body paragraph of letters. You can say furthermore, you can say since, given the fact, to add on, while, right? So there are some linkers that you can use, and when you're putting a linker, please see that you put a comma, furthermore, comma, since, comma, given the fact, comma, to add on, comma, right? And since this is a very informal letter, you can just say towards the end, all the best, Neha, my name, right? You need not write your full name. You can just say all the best, Neha, warm wishes, Neha, best regards, Neha, right? And you can just say, I look forward to meeting you soon. Before you end the letter, you can say, I look forward to meeting you soon. So guys, I hope you've come to know the difference. I'll repeat it again very fast. Formal letters to someone whom you have never met, start with Dear Sir or Madam. Write it in a very formal way. I'm contacting you to rebook my flight tickets. Start body paragraphs with linkers, furthermore, comma, to add on, comma. Then just write a small line towards the end saying that I look forward to hearing from you. Yours faithfully, your full name, right? Semi-formal letters are meant for people who are acquaintances, who are not strangers. You have met, but not very often. Or even if you meet them often, it's like you have a very formal relationship with them, right? So maybe your supervisor or your manager or your senior level manager. So you can say, I'm writing in regard to my absence from. You can start, that's your choice, the way you want to start. Make sure that the body of the letter begins with a linker. Add any linker, furthermore, add on, while, in order to, since, okay? And for words like furthermore, comma, to add on, comma, right? And then say thank you for your understanding, or thanks for understanding me, right? But I think thank you is more formal than thanks. So use thank you for understanding. And then yours sincerely, comma, your full name. Then comes the informal letter, person whom you know very well. So, okay, so in the semi-formal letter, use the last name, use the title, Dear Mr. Jobs, right? Wherein you start your informal letters with the first name because that person is very well known to you, right? So, Dear Ben, I hope you are well, or I hope you and your family are doing good. I'm writing this letter to invite you. Start off. Introduction, short and crisp. When it comes to body paragraph, start with the linker. Furthermore, to add on, since, given the fact, and then just write, looking forward to meeting you soon. Looking forward to meeting you and your family soon. And then you can say, best regards, Neha. Just your first name. Warm wishes, Neha. Just your first name, right? So this is the way, these are the small things that you need to take care or take into consideration while you're writing your IELTS task 1, which is for the general test takers today. I just talked about them, and which is letter writing. So IELTS writing task 1, which is letter writing for general test takers. Guys, so these are the small things that you need to take care of. And trust me, if you are writing the salutation properly, if you know what kind of letter you've been asked to write, and if you're following the guidelines or the standards that I have just told you, you're bound to get good marks or good band in this section. Now, before I end, Few things that needs to be taken care of is that you should not write address, dates, etc. That is not required. I know we write it when we write in our general English letter writing, but mind it guys, this is IELTS writing task 1, letter writing for general test takers. So this is IELTS writing, so you need not write address, dates and all. So it makes letter writing simpler, right? It is more simple. So that is the thing that you have to take care. And the scoring parameters are, like I already told you in my last video, task achievement, very important. You need to complete your letter and make sure that you've at least written 150 words, right? And if you want to exceed, you can go ahead and write maybe between 180 to 190 words, max 190, otherwise there will be too many words, right? But then 150 you have to touch base on. Then cohesion and coherence, you need to, paraphrase, use different words, use linkers like I told you, furthermore, add on, primarily, secondarily, since, while, in order to. So use those kinds of words. Start your body paragraph with those words. Make sure you do that and stick to the salutation format which I just explained to you. Don't worry, I'll write it in description as well. Then again, the lexical resource, you have to show the examiner that you have good set of vocabularies. Like I told you, try to learn 5 new words every day and jot it down in your diary. And then grammatical accuracy, make sure that the basic grammars are right. So this in a crux is all about IELTS writing task 1 for general test takers, which is letter writing. I told you everything about formal letters, informal letters and semi-formal letters. So what will happen is that you will be asked one type of letter and it will start from dear, right? But then you have to take a call on if it's a formal letter. If it's a formal letter, you have to start with dear sir or madam, comma, and then yours faithfully, full name. If it's a semi-formal letter, then dear Mr., Miss, Mrs., last name, your letter, yours sincerely, comma, and your full name. But if it's an informal letter, dear, first name, comma, write your letter, and then warm wishes, best regards, your first name. That's it, because it's an informal letter, right? Make sure that the body paragraphs that you're writing has a linker. Start your body paragraph with a linker. End your letter with a crisp one line, like in the formal letter, I look forward to hearing from you. In semi-formal, thank you for understanding. In informal, looking forward to meet you and your family. So something like that. And yes, and I think I have covered all the points. One thing, when you're writing yours faithfully, yours sincerely, don't put apostrophe. Don't put apostrophe. It is yours faithfully, comma, for formal letter, full name, yours sincerely, comma, for informal letter, again your full name, and best wishes, warm wishes, best regards, and your first name in informal letter. Don't put apostrophe in yours. Okay guys, so don't worry, I'll write most of the points in the description as well, but then I think I have covered all the pointers that I have written out here. So I'm really happy today that I have shared most of the tips and tricks with you when it comes to IELTS writing task 1, which is letter writing for general test takers. So yeah, that's it for today from my side, and I'll talk again to you guys soon, and that day will be covering report writing, which would be for academic test takers, IELTS writing task 1, but that would be for academic. So till then, stay tuned Keep in touch. Take care. Let me know if you have any doubts. I would definitely try to address to all of you. Write in the comments below if you have any doubts. I'll try to resolve them all, right? And stay tuned. Do take care. Cheers. Bye-bye. See you soon. Bye.